Hey Craig, how's it going? Oh hey Bartholomew, it's going pretty sick. I'm designing the new premium Mechagodzilla figure from that hit new movie Godzilla vs. Kong by Adam Wingard. Figured we'd shoehorn it into our lineup like it was shoehorned into the movie, am I right? Oh yeah, sick, that's gonna be pretty cool, Craig. Heck yeah it is. Wait a minute, what is it, Craig? There's no other premium adult collector's figures for this thing on the market. Oh really? Well, what a privilege to be able to— You know what this means, Bartholomew. What, Craig? We control the market for this thing, Bartholomew. Oh gosh, Craig, no. We control the market, Bartholomew. Calm down, Craig, calm down. No accessories, no die-cast joints, no. The fans will pay, Bartholomew. The fans will pay! You can get a die-cast Matchbox car for $2 at the grocery store, Craig! You don't understand, Bartholomew. $160! No! I'm gonna make so many SH Monster Arts super fans angry in this video, and I'm gonna love every second of it. Greetings, hello everybody, it is I, the David, and today I am reviewing the SH Monster Arts— No, I'm reviewing the Hiya Toys Rodan from Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Now, just a quick disclaimer, I am not a Godzilla super fan or whatever. I actually got into big monster movies and everything with the Monsterverse with Godzilla 2014, so I don't know all the ins and outs of Rodan and everything. I just know big monsters are cool. But one thing I do know is that this is better than SH Monster Arts in pretty much every way. Now here's the thing, if you've watched my Monster Hunter videos that I've made in the past, I obviously collect some of the figures from the SH Monster Arts Monster Hunter series, and they're really good figures, they look great. The Nargacuga especially I think holds together very well. If you watch my Mitsune review, I'll link both of them in the video cards now so you can check them out if you want to. My Mitsune was literally falling apart in my hands as I was filming B-roll for that video, and I was on the verge of a mental breakdown because the thing did not want to stay together when I moved it around. That brings us into what makes this so much better than the SH Monster Arts Rodan, which I did have. I don't have it anymore though, because as soon as I got this thing, I was like, nah, you're gone, I'm putting you on eBay. Well, the first thing is the SH Monster Arts Rodan was made out of a very brittle feeling, like solid plastic, very similar to what the most of the Mitsune from the Monster Hunter series is made out of. And I have been informed that SH has made softer material figures in the past before, but what makes figures like this Hiya Toys Rodan work out so well when you're articulating it around and everything, and same with stuff like BOTM, they're all made out of softer plastics for the most part, is that the parts have a little bit of give to it when you reach the articulation limit. Whereas on certain parts of the Nargacuga and on most of the Mitsune, as soon as you reach the limit of the articulation joint, it just pops completely out of its socket and just starts crumbling in your hands because there's no give to the parts. I don't know why they do that, because I've experienced other SH Monster Arts figures in hand at my friend's house, especially a lot of the Godzilla stuff, and it's just— I realized I forgot to turn my air conditioner off. Oh boy. Turn that off. Sorry for the incessant buzzing in the background of the video, now let's get back to it. But most of the experience I've had with figures from the SH Monster Arts is with Godzilla stuff at my friend's house that I've seen and everything. And once again, they're made out of like a really solid, like kind of brittly feeling plastic material. And it's just strange to me, like I guess they think that the solid material feels more premium, but I don't really care. Like this thing looks great. This thing is mostly made out of a softer kind of plastic. The body is more of a solid plastic, but it still has a little bit of give to it. And this thing has pretty much all the articulation that the SH Monster Arts one had that I remember, if not better, because I feel like it's not just gonna fall apart when I'm moving it around everywhere. It also has more articulation, I would say, even though this doesn't really count as an actual joint, but the wings are wireframed, and I know like you need to be careful with wireframed stuff, don't move it around too much or too often, find a pose that you like for it and just leave it there because they can degrade over time, but it works so perfectly for Rodan's silhouette here because you can just give a slight curve to the wings that looks so darn natural and just adds so much to the visual appeal of this figure, whereas the SH Monster Arts one was just like 2 slabs of brown cardboard that were just coming out of the side of it, just made out of a solid brittle plastic. The detail on this one as well is phenomenal, and the paint is better. Going back to my little dig at the SH Monster Arts one, saying that it was like 2 sheets of brown cardboard, none of the fieriness of Rodan's color scheme was captured in the paint job for that figure, which disappointed me greatly, because that's what made him so cool, is he was like a giant phoenix pterosaur vulture looking thing. His design is so rad in the new movies. And this new design, while I feel like they could have leaned even harder into it, is superior to the other one, so I'm going to praise it, because they actually have like an orangey, kind of a burnt orange color towards the tips of the wings especially, that's dry brushed over with a black to give it sort of the molten look. And it definitely looks more molten and fiery than the SH Monster Arts version. I do feel like they could have done better though, like I said, we put some brighter colors in there to really drive that home. But as far as capturing some aspect of that, I think they did a really good job overall. The articulation on this one, I know I mentioned it earlier, but the joints all feel really good. The head has a great range of motion, the jaw opens and closes of course. The midsection can go up and down a little bit and twist a little bit. The legs, surprisingly, can move quite a bit further than I was initially anticipating. Like, you can bring them pretty much all the way up to its chest and sort of putting it in a pose like it's going after Mothra in the fight in the movie or something that's diving down on her. The tail has nice range of motion as well. You can twist it, you can move it around a little bit. Not too much side to side, but you have a bit of up and down and you can twist it to change the pose. And then of course at the shoulders, the wings go in and out like that, and then you can flap them up and down. And then of course you've got the wireframe in the wings, so you can change those however you'd like. One thing I will say about the articulation is you can't quite get him into his famous thunderclap pose from the movie. The fan favorite pose where he just like obliterates all of the fighter jets, just kind of like this. You can approximate it because the wings are flexible, but it won't actually stay. Whoa, no! See, that was an example of putting too much stress on the wings to the point where it had to break. But luckily, I can just pop it right in and it reattaches and it's fine. It's just like building a Bionicle all over again. But yes, you can sort of approximate the thunderclap pose, but you can't get him to stay like that, which is unfortunate. But anyways, that's enough about the figure. Great figure. My boy Rodan is looking phenomenal. And once again, too, the value of this. The SH Monster Arts one did come with Mothra, but it was like over $100. This one was like only 49 bucks, I want to say. And it's bigger and better than the other one in like every way. The value of Hiya toys is great. This is why you need healthy competition, which like I sort of mentioned in my Hammond Collection Metriacanthosaurus review from Blue for Your Designs a little while ago. You need healthy competition in the same category for figures and stuff, because it forces them to make better products at better prices, so more people will get them. Hiya toys just coming out of the woodwork is phenomenal, and they have so many cool looking figures coming out with the Skullcrawler and the Muto, stuff people have been asking for a long time. I pre-ordered those, by the way, so I will review those when they come out. But anyway, while I will praise this figure till the end of its days, the display stand for this one leaves a little bit to be desired. It definitely gets the job done, but it feels kind of flimsy. It has this interesting construction style of like each of the arm pieces come in a segment so you can adjust the size of the stand, but I feel like there isn't enough friction. There isn't quite enough friction in the actual joints on this, so the bigger you make the stand, the harder it is to find that center of gravity really to make the thing actually balance on it. And it just has a simple clip on top. I do kind of wish it had sort of a similar thing to the SH1, I will say, to be fair. To where it was just like a cradle that fit the shape of the scales on the underbelly that can just rest on for a horizontal flying position. Anyways, I digress. I think overall it works, and it works. But anyway, I think that covers all of my thoughts on this figure. As a sort of newer fan of Godzilla through the Monsterverse, I'm really happy to have like what is the penultimate articulated figure for my favorite monster in the series so far, which is the redesign of Rodan. I think he is awesome and has such great personality in the film. And I believe this one has sold out, but they have been doing reissues of stuff and like repaints of things. So who knows, maybe they'll repaint this one with even more fiery colors on it and it will be even cooler. Oh, and there goes the sand. I'm struggling to balance this one off camera. So in case you're wondering how big this one is, it is approximately wingtip to wingtip, about 13 inches. That's going to change depending on the pose it's in. And for comparison, I thought I'd bring out just a common dinosaur figure that a lot of people have, because why not? So here's the Safari Ltd 2017 Giganotosaurus and Blue Fury Designs Dang's fish. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for this review. I hope you have enjoyed me looking at a kaiju figure for once. Let me know if you want more of this. I do plan on reviewing the Skullcrawler and the Muto whenever they arrive at my house here. Let me know what you think of this Rodan down below. Highly recommend it, especially over the SH Monster Arts version, and it looks like Hiya Toys versions of all of the figures from the Monsterverse have been the superior ones so far, according to reactions I've seen from my friends and stuff. So I'm really excited to see what else this company makes, because they've been cooking lately, like Rodan out of the volcano in Mexico. A big thank you to all my channel members once again. If you want to become a member, click the big join button next to my name down below. Any support is greatly appreciated for my future videos coming out. And a personal verbal shout out to Raphael Tree Kangaroo. Thank you for being the coolest tree kangaroo ever and becoming the first ever Spino Chad member on the channel. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will catch you in my next video. So take care, and bye-bye.